Let's do it.
Here's the story. Johnny the Mad Dragon had my mother and Fluff by his side. They were four friends, certainly obnoxious, but full of dragon's pride.
It's the story of the great Jesse Godfrey with the Big Coco and Mr. Rob. Never Jesse's crew, so fierce and passionate, and the red face shine true. Till the one day when
Johnny met young Jesse,
and they knew
it was much more than a hunt. That this group would form a fiery podcast. That's how we come from Mad Dragon's Punch. Mad Dragon's Punch. Mad Dragon's Punch. That's the way we became the Mad Dragon's Punch. Come on, Dragons fans! Fire up!
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mad Dragons podcast. Our first Team List Tuesday of season 2025 as we preview our upcoming game this Saturday night against the Bulldogs at what anticipating to be a packed-out Netstrata Jubilee Stadium. So, I will introduce the panel. So we do have Big T, we do have Coco as well, and we have a late call-up off the bench, Scoop. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So,
How are we?
Good. How you going, guys? How's your day been?
Yeah,
Great
good.
day today. My son moved back in. Him and his girlfriend. They want to save money, so they're back. So I don't know for how long, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Dragons on Saturday, man. How happy.
Yep.
Thank goodness the footy's
How
back.
happy they're back. I love it.
And we do. That's it. And we are against our big rivals in the Bulldogs.
Oh,
At
yeah.
home.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll
First game of the year
talk-
at home. Promising signs after our first trial. Okay, I've just had an apology. So we've had our Bulldogs fan has just pulled out at the last minute. He's
Oh,
So
typical Bulldogs
mongrel.
supporters.
Anyway.
Bulldogs
anyway.
fans always pulling out on us.
Yeah. They never go straight to Central. They always pull out.
Anyway, we'll have to make other arrangements, but the show must go on, mustn't it, Big T?
That is, mate. I made him on pull out. He was supposed to come on, but he pulled out again, second time. But anyway, we'll get through the questions.
All right, but before we get into things, Coco, can you run us through how the Dragons will line up this Saturday? You there?
I think she's gone for a wee, I think.
I'll do it.
All right, go Scoop.
All right, at fullback, running out for his club debut for us, Clint St. Gutherson. On the
Yeah.
wings, we got Matt Vinay and Christian
Captain.
Tuipulotu.
Yeah,
Welcome
Welcome
In the
back.
centers, we got Moses Sully and Barnstorming running center, Valentine
Nice.
Holmes.
Nice. Top
In
try
the
scorer this year.
half.
Top point scorer.
In the halves, we got Flanagan Jr. running out in the halfback role for his first grade kind of debut for the Dragons, locking in get Elias. In the front row at props. In the number 8, you got Toby Couchman. And the other prop on the other side of the field, running out for his first game in Dragons colours, get Emre Guler. Locking in the second row, Luciano Leilua and Jaden, the man, Lua. And in the locking the scrum at number 13, JDB. On the bench, being relegated to the bench in the number 14, Jacob Liddell. Number 15, the other Couchman twin, Ryan Couchman. At 16, Raymond Vartala Mariner. And surprising selection, making his first grade debut for the Dragons, local junior, Hamish Stewart. That I also forgot to mention. Number 9 in the hooker role, the other co-captain for us, Damien Cookie. On the extended bench, you got in the number 18, Villain, yeah, Egan, who could also make his debut. Someone pulls out late. And on the extended bench, Tyrell Sloan, Viking Kintogia, another player that could make his debut if someone pulls out, Loco, Toolman, Pacifica Tonga. And at the number 22, Tom Eisenhoof. Back to you in the central commentary position, Jesse.
Well, thank you for that, Scoop. Thank you
Nice.
very much for that. As one of our own, Matt Hasler.
Ask Dave, does
have-
David want to come on? Does David want to come on to be our guest? Is he a Red David Holland's here? Come on.
I swear he's a dragon. He's on our fan pages.
Yes. He can come on and be our guest.
Anyway,
Talk
that's a bit about,
talk about
our team. We'll go into depth in our team a little bit later, but it's time for Big T's segment where we'll go into this.
Come with me as we go behind enemy lines.
Yes. Well, good day, Dragons fans. I'm Big T, and this is Behind Enemy Lines. We haven't got a guest. We had a guest coming on, but he's just pulled out like a pussy he is. And I'll run through the Bulldogs side. Connor Tracy at the black, Blake Wilson and Marcelo Montoya on the wings, Crichton and Sherry in the centres, Matt Burton and Toby Sexton are the other halves, King, Marnie and Hughes up front, Viliami, Kikau and Jacob Preston in the second row. Kurt Mann looks the scrum. Hayward, Tupanua's first game for the Bulldogs. Hayes and Salmon on the bench. Taft is the 18th man. Moran, Saluka Fafita, Smith, and Rinakama, the extended bench. We haven't got a guest, so we won't worry about talking to him. But I've got some questions which I'll ask the rest of the boys. So if you want to bring them up there, oh, not that one. That's a silly one. All right, Jazz. I was going to ask. They finished 6th in 2024. They were knocked out by the 7th placed Manly. Did they surpass your expectations on last year, or would you think they were going to go better or worse?
No, I think they finished where they should have. I expected them to win that semi-final though against Manly. I thought they were in the box seat at 22-12. But yeah, that's a big improvement on what they've done in the last few years, that's for sure. They've had a lot of turmoil and been struggling. But yeah, it was they made it back to the finals last year. It was well deserved. They had a much improved season, and hopefully we can emulate that in 2025.
That's good, yeah. Scoop is the only one there. I don't know where Coco went, but Scoop, they lost out of Curran's out. Scoop's all right. Curran's out suspended. They just got Tupanua back. Both starting wingers, Karaz and Ernie Koala. That's a bit of talent. Do the Bulldogs have the depth?
I think they do, Big T. They do have that young, 2 young winners waiting in the wings in Jonathan Sewer and Jeffro Kama, or Kima, however you pronounce his last name. I think they do have depth. Props, I'm not too sure who they've got, because earlier during the week they've just released Liam Knight to go over to Hull FC.
Move it to
So
Hull.
they're pretty much to
Hull.
Hull FC. Sorry.
Hull.
I just
It
said that.
sounded like a pop.
Those front row, they don't have much in depth in the front row, but in the backs they do. So
Yeah, I agree. Coco,
Yes.
20-14 win over the Tigers in the trials, and they got pumped by the Broncos. Should we look at trial form going into the first game? Like, we won 2 games, we did run pretty well. Do we look at trial form going into the first game?
We could, yeah. I think, like everyone said, oh, it's only a trial, but then those trials will make our team. And if they're not going well, and it's cause and effect. If they're not going well for this time, then no, you can't play round 1. Like you've got, Toby's Couchman is starting. That's great to see. We've got some really good players coming in this season, and I think I'm really happy. Like I'm hoping it's going to be a strong, close game on Saturday.
Yeah, so am I. I hope we win by 40, but winning by 1 is just as good.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Jess?
Yep.
Their spine, Tracy, Burton, Sexton, and Reed Marnie. Tracy's a half. Burton's a centre. Sexton, I don't know what he is. And Marnie's a grub. Why is their spine? I was going to ask him, why is their spine better than ours?
Well, they played a full season together last year, and they took their team to the semi-finals, and they've got more ball runs on the board than ours at the moment. Ours hasn't really played a game together yet, so yeah, I mean, unless you count the 2 trials, but yeah, they've had the runs on the board. They took the Dogs to the semi-finals in their first year as a spine together, and I thought they did get better as the season went on. But, we'll see how our spine shapes up against theirs, our new look spine this weekend.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, we hate the Bulldogs. Scoop. Are you there, Scoop? Come in, Scoop.
yes, I am.
Rex has you one big T?
Oh, yeah, Mr. X. Who's Mr. X?
Who knows?
He's a reserve grader, that's right, yeah. Mr. X. What was I going to ask you, Scoop? Oh, no, I was going to ask the guest, but he's not here. Would he swap Flano for Sexton and see what he would have said? What did you say, Scoop?
I didn't say anything yet.
No, would you swap Flano for Sexton?
Yes. Because
What?
Flano Jr. is more for 14. Sexton, what I've seen from him last year, he has much more of a better kicking game than Kyle Flanagan. Kyle Flanagan is more, I hate to say this, but he's more like a hooker role could play more of a bit of a hooker role for us.
Yeah.
In the
I've
reserve
only missed
grade.
X. It's probably one of my mates. Jess, who do the Bulldogs have to watch? Who do the Dragons have to watch on Saturday?
Who do I have to watch? I reckon the one to watch is Crichton. Crichton, probably the best centre in the game right now. Matt Burton's towering bombs, but I think we'll be pretty safe there, though. With Guppo, he's pretty safe under the high ball. And I think their threat could be Kikau out wide as well. But, it could be a battle of the edge back roles. I mean, you look at our edge back roles, Luciano, Leilua, and Jaden Sewer up against Billy Army, Kikau, and Jacob Preston. That's going to be a good battle. I'm sure Coco might get into that a little bit later in her clashes. That could be a good clash. And the King game it'll come down to the King game as well. Burton and Sexton versus Flanagan and Elias.
Yeah.
Wet rain is forecast too.
Yeah, it is supposed to be wet weather for the whole weekend for all games.
Oh,
even the Queensland one.
Yeah, even the Queensland one.
Yes.
If you're a Bulldogs fan, what would your prediction be?
Oh man, you can't put me that. I go with my heart, Dragons. So, but
I would have said will lose.
You know what? Yeah, but because of last year in the game, Cogra was filled with you. All you could hear was the Bulldogs chant. So I'm going to say
Apparently I
this to
heard that.
all attention, all Dragons fans, attention. I know it's a Saturday, 5:30 p.m. It's Cogra, first game, round 1. We need everybody. If you got a birthday, if you have a bar mitzvah, if you have a baptism or a wedding, just hold up. Wait till Sunday. Come to Cogra. Bring your voice, your passion, and start the chant. Go Dragons, because we need to make sure the Bulldogs fans do not hear them on the TV and in the crowd. Okay, we need your passion. We need you to fire up, and we need that Go Dragons. Okay, guys, and I'll be on the hill.
Lisa Marie
That-
Cooper.
You know, everybody. You know, even bring your ponchos and bring your umbrellas and everything. If it's footy season, rain, hail, shine. We're going to go to this game. I'll be on the hill. If anyone wants to come and say g'day to me, come and say g'day. Just
Go and get Coco's autograph. Go and get Coco's autograph. Go on.
you know. So
Get a photo with Coco.
bring the passion, fans.
Coco will
okay?
do some swishes for you. We'll get Coco on swish.
Photo. You know, where's my fan, Big T? Where's Marty? Where's he?
He's probably home. He might be watching. If Marty's watching, say good day, mate. Say good day.
Hey, Marty, my number one fan. Keep
Well, hang on. Well, it's come to that kind of time of night where I normally take a walk down memory lane.
Do you have one, Big T?
I do, mate. Take a walk down memory lane with me. Come with me, Skip. Come with me. You might remember this game. I'm
Hopefully.
brought to you by Essence of Light, by the way. Nature for your home and body, made with all natural products. They're candles and soaps, made by my lovely missus. Go and check them out on Facebook. That's Essence and Light. Thank you very much. Here we are, Nostra Jubilee. Dragons, Bulldogs. Sunday, April 14, round 5, 2019. Remember this game, Skip? Remember this game?
Yes, with the
Referee
two worst
playing and
referees.
Sutton.
The
crowd
two
was
worst
Debut of
referees.
Matt
13,000.
Pino, Big T.
409. They played 46 times, the Dragons and the Bullies, and Bullies have won 29. 1,001 points. Dragons have won 17, 843. And we've got to turn that around the next couple of years, I reckon. I'll run through the teams. We've got Matt Duffy, Pereira, Aitken, Laffey, and Ravalawa are back 5. Norman and Hunt in the halves. Graham, McInnes, and Vaughan. Frizzell, Sims, and Laurie packs the scrum. The GOAT. Everyone knows who the GOAT is. Jeremy Lattimore. A
That's
guy who
the
I
one
won't
that
mention. Host and Luciano Leilua on the bench. Bulldog side was Nick Meaney, Jaden Ockenbaugh, Kerrod Holland, Will Hopewadi, Remus Smith on the back 5, Jack Cogger and Lachlan Lewis are the halves, Aidan Tolman, Jeremy Marshall King, and Ofahiki Hogden is the front row, Josh Jackson, Corey Harawira and Naira. Reece Martin, we went to England for a while and he was killing it over there, so good old Reece. Michael Leacher, Suaso Sue, Adam Elliott, and Chris Smith is on the bench. They're coached by Dean Payne. Dragons were coached by Paul McGregor.
The worst coach for us.
Oh, wouldn't say
No,
that.
That's arguable.
The kickoff, James Graham bashes it up. He always takes the first hit, Big Jimmy. So, Dragons 6, Bulldogs 0. Aiken gets the ball, passed out to the right. He crashes over. That looks like Jaden Ockenbaugh around his ankles. So it was a good try by Ewan Aiken. Penalty go by Tim Laffey. Dragons were leading 8-0 in the 20th minute. And then Tim Laffey scores. Ben Hornby strips the ball of a Bulldogs player 20 metres out from his own line, runs 50 metres, tackled. The ball goes from Rava to Norman, out to Laffey, across in the corner. And there's Timmy Laffey going over in the red V. Dragons 12, Bulldogs 0. And then Rava crashes over in the other corner. McGinnis from dummy half to Norman. Norman out Ben Hunt, he floats the ball out to Mikael Ravalava, who crashes over in the corner like all good wingers do. We've got to get him back in form, that boy. He's a good player. Half-time, Dragons 18, Bulldogs 0. All the paperwork. Got paperwork everywhere. There we go. From the scrum, 10 metres out from the Bulldogs line. McInnes from the back of the scrum passes to Dufty. Dufty to Lapai. Lapai quick hands to Pereira, who bumps off 2 defenders and scores in the corner. Bulldogs 22. Dragons 22, Bulldogs 0. Wayward offload from a Bulldogs centre. Kerry Holland finds Hunt's boot, who toes it through and scores a 4-pointer. Dragons extend 28-0 after the kick. They're going pretty well. These Bulldogs can't seem to keep up here. And the player who shall not be named, a bomb from Corey Norman. Sorry, what was that?
Voldemort.
That's him. The bomb from Corey Norman that was so high it came down with snow on it. It was huge. It fumbled by Ockenbaugh straight into Hunt's hands, offloaded to the player who shall not be named, and he scores. He's only been on for 2 minutes, apparently, so he converts his own try. Dragons lead 34-0. And if this wasn't the try of the year, I don't know what was. After a Blake Laurie offload, where are we? Oh, actually, the Bulldogs score. Sorry about that. 75th minute. Remus Smith scores a try. Dragons must have just clocked off. Anyway, they clock back on again. Because if this wasn't the try of the year, Blake Laurie offloads to McInnes. McInnes passes out to Lomax. He does this stupid flick pass. Parramatta fans are going to have to cop that because he's going to do it again. He's back in the centres. The ball goes out to Pereira, who jumps. You can see that jump. That's not a line there. That's the top of the advertising. So that's how high he's jumped. To get this ball, he throws it back into Leilua, into Tim Blackfly, who passes it back to Leilua for the second time in the play. Goes to Hunt. Hunt passes to Norman. He turns around in a circle. That's a pirouette. Then he offloads to Hunt, who goes over in another post. In typical Jared Sutton style, he sends it up as no try. But the bunker went through it. There was nothing wrong with it. Pereira didn't go out. It went back. Everything was fine. He scores. Great try for the Dragons. Dragons, after the kick, 40 points to 0. That was the biggest scoreline. As I'm going through this year, all the biggest scorelines. The biggest scoreline that the Dragons ever scored against the Bulldogs, 40 points to 4. You're going to be happy with me. Thank you for that. Thanks for coming for a walk down memory lane. That was Essence, brought to you by Essence and Light, soaps and candles. Nature for your home and body, all made with natural products. No paraffins, no parabens, no bad stuff in them. Check them out on Facebook. As I say, Jess, the rest is history, but there's much, much more to be made. This has been a Big T presentation brought to you by the Bad Dragons podcast. That's little Big T. I'm going to bring him up every week. He's a champion, that kid. Bad Dragons podcast. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next week. Dragons for life, baby. Back to you, Jess.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Big T. And we'll move into our next segment now. We'll get some of our viewers included on the action, where we'll go ahead in this first installment for 2025. Get your thinking caps on. Well, good evening and welcome to the first installment of Dragons Trivia for 2025. So my question tonight, it's a bit about history about the Dragons and the Bulldogs clashes. Now, we go back to... Hang on one moment. Okay, yep. So we'll go back to where we had our last... let's go. Okay. So our last win against the Bulldogs was a couple of years ago, to be exact. Now, my question is, what happened what post-try scoring celebration did happen against the Bulldogs in 2020 back at Wynn Stadium? Can you remember who did the infamous try scoring celebration? And who jumped the grandstand to do it? The Dragons won the game. Who jumped the
I know this
grandstand? It's a
one.
pretty simple one. You can't answer, Scoop.
know
This
this
is
one.
not for you. So who jumped the grandstand? This will be pretty easy for all you fans viewing. Yep. So the Dragons won the game 28-22. But who jumped the grandstand and did the post-try scoring celebration against the Bulldogs in 2020 in Wollongong?
I think Gary's got it.
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
It's our friend Big T. What's his name? Peter. He's a regular winner. Big T. This bloke.
He is. I can't remember his name now. Palacio.
Placidio, is it?
I can't think. But it was Corey Norman.
Corey Norman. Yes.
Is it
Peter
Corey Norman?
Placidio.
Oh,
Peter Placidio. I think his name is V.
I thought it was Mark.
does he win, Jess?
He wins
no, that was back in the 90s,
2001.
ages ago.
Yep, it was Corey Norman back in 2020. Any of you remember that game? This was during the
No.
COVID years.
No,
do.
I don't remember at all.
So yeah, I think Corey Norman
That's 'cause
scored
you-
the
that's
match
'cause
winning
you got
try and
jabbed
jumped the
before, innit?
grandstand. Anyway, we'll get into discussion about our team now. So we'll go to you first, Coco. Now, Sione Finau scored 4 tries in the Charity Shield, but unfortunately hasn't recovered from that HIA he failed in that Charity Shield. Are you disappointed that he's not getting his shot after an impressive Charity Shield where he scored 4 tries in 30 minutes?
You talking? Oh. Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. What? Sorry. I was trying to look at the. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to
Oh,
look
go,
at
go,
the.
Coco.
Look at. Yeah, I'm really upset. I thought the young guy was really good in the Charity Shield, and I thought he had a good shot. Like 4 tries. Good on him. It's a bit sad he couldn't overcome the HIA, but I'm hoping maybe next week against the Rabbitohs he could play. We've got to give him a shot. He's young. Like, you look at like people coming into the team, any team, and they're young and they get their developmental skills and they shine. So I'm hoping that he gets over this lovely HIA and then he can come next week and start playing, That's what I think. What do
I
you
think
think,
next
Jeff?
week we've got the ball.
Yeah,
No,
I thought
next
he would
week
have
we
been a
have the
shoe-in.
Rabbitohs. We have the
Oh, yeah,
Rabbitohs
Rabbitohs,
in
yeah.
Wollongong at
Liam.
3 p.m. Yeah, Liam, where have you been?
As I said on Sunday, he lives under a rock.
Yes, I know. Yeah. But then we get to see Bud again. How cool. Sorry, anyway, Jess, back to the story. What do you think, Jess, about him not playing?
When I saw Matt Finau's name, I thought he was okay in the Charity Shield. I don't think he did anything outstanding, but we don't have a lot of choice on the wings. Corey Allen's still making a return from an injury, a serious ACL injury he picked up last year. Tyrell Sloan's still a bit underdone from that foot injury he picked up in pre-season. So,
And Ravalala was
and
absolutely shonkers.
yeah, well, he played his way out of first. I don't see him play any first grade at all this year. I don't think, unless we had a massive strike with injuries. I think his time under Shane Flanagan is done. But yeah, Matt Fino was probably the next best option. Christian Tuipulotu, Big T, didn't play any trials. Is coming off a hamstring injury. Are you concerned that he is lacking match fitness and Shane Flanagan has chucked him straight in without any preparation for this? I know they've got to been training, but hamstring injuries are tricky. Do you think? Are you concerned that he's coming in with a risky injury?
Nah, not at all. I think he's got to be right. Flano must think he's right. The strength and conditioning people must think he's right. He's got to think he's right too. So he'll be up against Blake Wilson. I don't know much about Blake Wilson, so he sounds little. So I think it'll be all right.
Yep. All right, Liam. So Kyle Flanagan this week plays his 100th game, and it's at the same venue where he was where he played his last game last year, and he was suspended in this corresponding game for allegedly biting the Bulldogs captain Stephen Crichton. But his 100th game against one of his former clubs. What a milestone for Kyle. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh,
for Kyle
definitely.
Flanagan?
It's a milestone for Flano Jr., but hopefully he doesn't do the biting on Crichton again, because that was actually funny last year watching it, but sad at the same
He'd be
time.
that stupid. Do you think he would be that stupid to go and bite again?
Hopefully his
Get
dad
suspended
gives him
again.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Hopefully his dad gives him Coco, shush and let me speak, please. Crikey. Hopefully Flano Senior gave Flano Junior McDonald's before the game is played, so it won't happen again, hopefully.
All right, Coco. We got four of our new recruits will be making their first appearance in Dragons colours this week, and Clint Gutherson, Valentine Holmes, Lachlan Elias, and Emre Gula. Obviously, Damien Cook has played for the Dragons in the past, but are you looking forward to seeing our new boys in the Red V for the first time?
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they run and how they play their game in the Red V. We've got a lot of speed, and also I love Cook, how he power plays. He sees like a gap and he goes through it. Like, he's a fast guy. I haven't really seen Gula, but coming from the Raiders, I think he's okay. But I'm looking forward to seeing. You know what? It's the first game, and this is what I want to say to everybody, including fans. Just stop hacking on them on round one. Okay, guys? Stop hacking. If you want to go out there for 80 minutes and try, they're in new colours. They're going to bust their ass off. And they're going to try. And we're going to be a bit lenient. They've only had what? How long? Jess, how long have they had for off-season? Like 6 months, 2 months, 3 months?
Since November?
Like, yeah, since November. See, since November, January, February. Anyway, they've only had a few months, okay? And
Yeah, I was also going to say, Coco.
oh, okay, interrupter, hurry up.
Remember what you said before, Skip.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah.
You have more say.
Hurry up.
I was going to say, hopefully Emre Gula plays well this weekend to keep on his favourite man, Blake Laurie, out of the team.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes players, yes, Laurie had it like our year last year was last year, and if he can at training and play a game and prove himself, that's what they have to do, and that's what players do. They prove themselves. If he can come back and have a good 2 to 3 games, then he should have a spot. We can't just say, oh, sorry, he's off. He was like Red V member of player of the year. Sometimes you gotta just give them a little bit of a scoot up the bum and go, get your shit together and play. No more, no less.
And we've just had Hasman just join us, so welcome to the show, Hasman.
Good
evening, how you going?
Gentlemen. Good evening, Chloe.
Hello,
Good day, Has.
evening.
Yeah, not bad, guys.
Good.
Hasman, what are your thoughts on the team Flano named this afternoon?
What was more or less what I expected. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, what did Sione Finau do
It's head
to
knock.
deserve, being dropped for a Tuipulotu? I mean, he
was the
played
head knock
absolutely
has
brilliantly
man.
during the trials. And Tuipulotu just comes straight in for him. Like I that's probably the one choice that I don't understand here.
Yeah, Hasman, can I? So during the Jody Shield game, Stione Vanilla copped a head knock and was really unsteady on his feet, so that's why he's not playing this week, because he's been stood down for Category 1.
Oh, so it's a concussion protocol.
Yeah,
is it?
concussion. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why he's not in New South Wales Cup either.
No, okay, yeah. No, I was not aware of that.
Well, now you
Now
are.
the
You learn
shot-
something new every day.
Him aside, I think it's basically it's more or less the strongest side that we can put on the park.
Now here's was
Well,
an
Hasman
announcement
beat,
today.
well, it's not
They-
Rava got picked over.
Well, an announcement
what?
was announced by Shane Flanagan today about a debutant, and let's have a
Yes.
look at what he had to say about that.
I called it.
No, you didn't. Scoop.
Yeah, I did. I said,
No, you didn't. That's Chloe's business. I'm sure what to do.
Mine is son.
Coach and stuff, giving me this opportunity for the players. Did you write this? All the boys, all the senior boys, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And what do we think of that?
Fantastic,
during
isn't it?
my, well,
He's
during
a,
my,
What do
He's
you-
a
and what do you
Gerringong
think of
Junior.
that? Yep.
Is that me? Gerringong Junior. He's contracted till 2027, where he's got a player's option. Yeah, 20-year-old. He must have done everything right. And if you didn't know, Hasman, did you know that he's Jackson Ford's cousin?
Well, I mean that just proves he's going to be an absolute fucking champion.
And both from Gerringong, Hasman. See, they breed good players, Gerringong.
Well, you got to
Good-
look back. You got Mick
Very,
Craven from way
very
back,
good
and
pedigree, this kid.
yeah, very
well,
good.
during
pedigree.
my,
Yeah.
And then you look at
I learned that today. It was in a an article by the St George Dragons. They were going through all the Gerringong players, and he's Jackson Ford's cousin. Yeah, so there you go. Now, Hasman's new
breeding
favourite
ground.
player.
very good breeding,
Well,
actually,
my-
Gerringong. Home of the Sims family. Ruben Garrick, Tyron Wishart, Rod Wishart.
Yeah,
So yeah, they've developed so many good players over the years from down that, from the
Mm.
Gerringong Lions system.
yeah, I remember during my preseason team prediction, I said that at some stage this year we'll see Hamish Stewart play, and I didn't expect that he was going to get chosen in the first round to make his debut off the bench.
Now, one of the inclusions as well. Jacob Little also hasn't played any trials. Hasman, what do you think of Jacob Little? Again, a player that hasn't played any footy in the trials. Do you think he'll be right?
I think it'll be perfectly fine. I mean, look, when we signed Damien Cook, my thought has always been that Little was going to be a bench player. He was always going to be an impact bench player, and I think that's exactly what we're going to see against the Bull Grubs. Cook's going to do his thing, and then when Little comes on, he's going to absolutely run riot through those tired, incompetent, shithouse Bulldogs forwards.
All right, Coco, you still there? Is she still there?
No,
Yep. Yep.
I don't know.
I think
who is.
Hot Coco may have gone cold
the building?
temporarily.
Cold.
Your face is red, Big T.
Is
I'll
it?
throw this
High
one
blood
to
pressure,
you.
mate.
It's like a tomato.
Big T. Tyrell Sloan
Yeah.
played the Charity Shield, but looked a bit underdone with that foot injury. Are you surprised he's not
He
in the
did.
17?
No. I was tossing up for him to be in the 17 at the start. Anyway, like I said in my pre-season shows, I was tossing up. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But looks like Finai's got the shot ahead of him. And he's got to take it with both hands because he's got Sloan, he's got Rava, he's got Nathan Lawson, he's got Corey Allen, all fighting for that spot. So Matt's got to take the bull by the horns. Let me say something, Scoop. Take the bull by the horns. He's got to take it. He's got to do it. If he doesn't, you've got all those players there ready to take that spot.
Yep.
Well,
and
who
he's
cares
been
about
picked on the wing
Rava?
in
He's
New
not
South
coming
Wales
back
Cup.
in.
Yeah.
He's on the wing in New South Wales Cup. Cody, good to see Cody Ramsey. He's been named at fullback in the New South Wales Cup. So
Good to have him back.
Well done.
That's a really good success story.
here's Coco. Now, Coco, this Saturday, so you mentioned you want to see a big crowd at Cogra. There's limited tickets available. This game was sold out last year. How good would it see it be sold out again for our first home game of the year? There's been a lot of talk that Cogra may lose games in the future. What are your thoughts of potentially having a sold out crowd on Saturday night?
It would be great. It's 5:30. It's still daylight savings. It's so good to see if it is. Everyone goes on about how they're going to lose like games up there, but look at there's other people Manly has like Fortress up there, and then they've got Gosford. The same with the Roosters. We shouldn't be able to lose games. It's part of who we are. It's like St George and Illawarra. So, and that's a good ground. I sit on the hill all the time. The only thing I wish it would be a bit covery, but we can maintain it. Okay, Council of St George. We just need to be covering. Okay, covering. But I
was
can't
gonna
wait.
say,
I can't wait to
Coco.
see the atmosphere. Yeah, what?
Scoop.
Let us speak.
I was going
It's
to
all
say
fine,
the
it's
council
fine.
here, speaking from St George area, it's absolutely
Yeah.
useless. The council, no offense.
Okay. Anyway,
Council
back to
here in
the-
St George is absolutely useless.
Okay, that's great. Anyway, so I think it's going to be amazing to hear the chants. It's going to be like that really semi-final feel. So I can't wait because that's what you want with suburban grounds, to feel the action, the atmosphere, the tension. I just love it. What about you, Hasman? How do you feel if it's going to be a sold out with the crowd? What do you think? If Hasman's still there.
Looks like he's frozen.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
no.
going to say
Okay,
he's
then.
He's
All right, Jeff.
He's deep
So
in
back to
concentration.
Jeff. How do you feel? Hello. What do you think for you, Jeff? How would you feel, Jeff? If it's sold out and it's a bit of both, like St George Illawarra and Bulldogs, how would you feel with the fans?
Hang on, Hasman's messaged.
Oh
His laptop's gone on him.
no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
well.
Technical
Let's do a,
difficulties.
He's
We'll
gone,
get him back
see
as soon as he gets that resolved. He's having some technical difficulties, but I hope it is a good crowd. We don't want to. It's our home game. We shouldn't be hearing Bulldogs chants coming through the TV. I mean, I won't be at the game, but it'll be pretty disappointing if the Bulldogs chants come louder than the Dragons chants, even though it is at Cogra, because it's supposed to be our home game. We should be making the noise. It's our first home game of the season, and it would be something special if we can knock over the Bulldogs this weekend, because it is a big rivalry, and there has been a lot of talk too that we'll be playing the Dogs in Vegas to open next season as well. So that will be the start of something as well if we can get that win this weekend and
Well, they're having
we can.
a talk
Yeah.
about that today, talking about the Dragons are saying they don't want to lose home games. So hopefully it'll be a Bulldogs home game when we go over to Vegas. So we might not lose a game.
And no one
there.
goes to their home games anyway.
That's right.
All right. Now, the referee for the game, Todd Smith. Now, Liam, I know he's one of your
Okay.
favourites. Give us your thoughts on Todd Smith's officiating ahead of this week's game.
Oh, I don't know what to say, Jesse, because I don't really watch the referees at all. I'm
Excuse me, Skip. Can I just say, Skip? Can I just say? Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, go ahead, Big
But
T.
yeah, well, no, go ahead. Sorry. You go.
No, you go. You go.
No, you.
No, you go, Big T. You're the one that wanted to say something.
Go on,
I mean, we lost.
he's left. Yeah, go on, Scoot.
I don't really watch the referees much on the TV anymore now these days. I mostly watch more of the players to see how well they perform and see who gels well with each other and who doesn't. So it will be interesting to see how the refereeing will go on Saturday.
One that should get the fans talking. We had this on the radio today in regards to our future at Cogra. And let's see what SEN host Jimmy Smith had to say on the matter earlier today.
And you haven't got your ticket yet. You can't. I mean, the Dragons are the West Tigers in disguise, aren't they, when it comes to home ground?
Wow.
I mean, people have a go at the West Tigers about that, but no.
They've only got 2, Jim.
Yeah, but they should have 4. Like, they should have Allianz as an option. And if they go, but the Waratahs are there, that's fine. Go to Combank. You've sold out.
But then you're losing your home advantage.
So
I can't agree with you on that.
Okay. No, I know. Tim Watsford, you're in now. Okay. Time to get ready. Hello, Dragons. Start pushing yourself. So the Dragons are going to Vegas, and they don't want to give up a home game. I like their idea on that one. Why? Because they know that they're Bulldogs game. So they've already identified the Bulldogs and the Dragons. Big game. We'll probably sell that out. Where do we have it? Cogra. How many? 15,000. Have it at Allianz. That's not giving up your home ground advantage.
No, it's not. But that requires some foresight.
Ah, yes.
For more, make sure to follow the SEN show.
And Coco, what are your thoughts on that
That's very
one?
interesting. Oh, it's very interesting. I do understand what he means, and I understand. Is it only 15,000? Oh my God, my light. So sorry. Is that
No,
only 15,000
18,900.
Cogra get?
You can get 20.
Because I know, yeah. I do understand what he's saying, but for people like for me, I live in Wollongong, so I have to catch the train up. But Allianz for me, you still are away from the action. Like when you're at Cogra or Wollongong, you're like for me, sitting on that hill, you're in the action. You're right there. It's like, yeah, you can feel the big hits. You can feel the ball like moving, and the players are either puffing out. When you're at Allianz, you're just there. You're not actually in the atmosphere. And
No, you're not.
So yeah,
That's not our area.
And no, that's not. And then they'll complain because there's 24,000 fans, and they'll go, oh, why didn't you put it? And it's like, well, you guys moved it because ABC, and then. But who will listen? That's what I mean. Like, they go on about crowd advantages, but then the only time we will feel Allianz is Anzac Day. Is because that is the crucial day. It's amazing atmosphere. It is like our grand final. That is the day Allianz.
The biggest day of the year.
Yeah, that is the biggest day of the year. That's the only time you'll ever see Allianz, or if it's a semi-final. But that is it. So I think just if you want. And why should we move it anyway? It's our game,
No, what he's saying is it's like like the numbers at Cogra have been pretty poor in recent years. They're just averaging 10,000 people. Wollongong shits all over it at the moment.
Yeah, but you know, we're never going. You know what? It's a debate for the ages. Like everyone, like Big T, you had St George, I had Illawarra, you had Illawarra too, didn't you, Jess? We're all not
Yeah.
going to be happy, but as long as we keep our two grounds I think it's good. You know, I like going to Cogra and Wollongong. It's everyone, and because we could debate till we're blue in the face, but we're not going to take both our home games to one venue. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be the best for anybody. And fans, I'm not having go, but fans, we know that it's hard. No one would want to give up Cogra, and no one wants to give up Wollongong. You know, and that's the way it's just going to be. And I think it's amazing our grounds. You know,
It's all about the cash these days, Chloe.
But if they move to a bigger stadium, Scoop, move to a bigger stadium, that's a guaranteed $500,000 windfall for the club.
NRL will pay them.
Pay them $500,000. At suburban grounds, they're not making that much money. They don't make $500,000.
That's why they charge more for drinks.
Making it. So when the Tigers move their games to Allianz or one of the bigger stadiums, Combank, they get paid $500,000. So it's a big windfall for them.
And that's why you see the Roosters and Parramatta getting shitloads of money because
that's their home ground, so they don't get nothing.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for clubs to look at as well. Because if you're making 280,000, 290,000 at your home ground, Cogra and Wollongong, why wouldn't you move it to Allianz?
Yeah.
Because we're smart and would rather keep it at home.
For the first time in a number of years too, we've got back-to-back home games to start the year. Like we got Cogra this week and then we got Wollongong next week. So how good is that?
The first 3 games after the bye. Isn't Melbourne a home game too?
Yes, but our round 3 game, although
it's a bye. We've got a bye round 3.
Yes.
Yeah, so 3 out of the first 4 games Melbourne are at home. No, you're not going to say. First 3 out of 4 games.
Oh,
thank you.
That's old news.
That was yesterday. Too funny.
All right. Throw it over to you, Coco. Time for your segments.
They're slugging it out in the middle of the field. The Dragon's front row has knocked his block off. His block is knocked off?
It's time to look at the one-on-one battles that will decide the game. Will it be the key position players? Will the fight be won out wide? Or will it be one up front? Strap yourself in for Coco's Clashes!
Over to you, Coco.
Oh, she's frozen too.
You there,
my
Coco?
take is, first of all, the number 1. Can you see me? Hello?
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. All right, so my 3, my top 3 that I think, also, I think we got
Cutting in and out.
No good, Coco. You're breaking up, girl.
need to be careful of is Reed Marby. Can you see me? All right.
He's a grub.
You're cutting in and out, though.
But we can get what you're saying.
I think that was, yep. I can't help that. Okay, thank you of him, and also we've got to be careful of Stephen Crichton. The captain, he's got that speed. I'm actually watching something on with him right now on. Well, God, now I'm black. Fuck, energy by him right now. I. All,
I think we'll give that as a bad joke. Jez, what do you reckon about the Coco's
So-
clashes?
Looks like we've lost Coco.
I
Yeah.
think we've
She's
got to be
trying.
careful of, like
Yeah,
I
we
said,
lost her.
like the new, like Ilias and Toby Sexton. I think it would be good to see how they play, and also
No, I think we have to give Coco the flick for a while, see what she can do.
Come back a little later then, Coco, mate.
I want to see the halves clash. The halves is going to be a great clash.
I don't know what's going on. My phone is going insane.
Ilias up against Burton. Up against Sexton, and Flano up against. Is that right? Ilias up against Burton, and
Yep.
Flanagan up against Sexton. That'll be a good rivalry. Flano versus Crichton. That'll be a good rivalry. Must have done. She's up at Wollongong. Wollongong. Shh, don't tell everybody where she lives. She lives in Wollongong.
Yeah, also, the match I'm keen to see is the Damien Cook v. Reed Marnie.
That'll be a good battle. Yeah, I think it will be. Battle of the Hotheads.
Might have Coco here. Let's
And
see
I
how
was
we go.
also thinking that Loft as well. Jack the Bell and feed Kurt Mann.
Yeah, that'll be a
Coco's
good one.
clashes take 2.
No, it's not working.
No, not working. I think you just got hit by a cyclone. You're after already, Coco.
I'm here now. I have to be in the kitchen.
We can hear you better. Yep.
Cyclone Alfie.
Or, what, coming from Brisbane to Wollongong? What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's going up the east coast.
All right. Okay, I love all your predictions. I love what you're doing. What was I talking about again?
You're talking about
Gotta go have a
Gufferson and
look at
Connor
bloody-
Tracy.
Can we ban Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Ed?
that's it. Yeah, I like them. And then I like, what about Holmes versus Crichton? They've got a little, like, am I here? Yes. I think
Yep.
they've got that, the appeal, the power play, and the speed. I think it's going to be really interesting. I like when Holmes played for the Cowboys, he had that speed that like once he got that ball, he could just run through the line. So I'm really excited to see how they play against each other. I'm also looking forward. I'm just looking forward to seeing how the team goes round one, and against the Bulldogs, and how big the game was last year. It was a very passionate, and like the atmosphere was nuts at Cogra. So I just want the team to play well, gel well. I'm hoping we win, of course. And yeah, just to have that how they play from like Charity Shield to now, and don't give up. 80 minutes. Okay, everyone? So 80 minutes, 81 minutes, okay? Just so you can, that extra second. So don't give up. Yeah, that's what. Big T, what do you reckon for the Bulldogs then? Who's your X factor?
I reckon. I was going to say, talking about the Cyclone. The Cyclone was supposed to be called Cyclone Anthony, but Anthony Albanese asked him to change the name because he didn't want that coming onto the coast and wrecking everybody like he's already done. I was saying before, the halves are going to be a good battle. Scoop was saying Jack DeBellum versus Kurt Mann's going to be a big battle. For the middle of the who controls the middle will control the game. If we can get over top of their forwards, which I think we can, Ilias and Flanagan have got time to use the ball, and that'll be good. There you go, Coco. Marty's on. Look, Marty's here. There you go.
Yeah, I was
Anyhow.
going to say the game for this week has been sold out. The Dragons v
Yeah, there it
Bulldogs
is, yeah.
game is sold out.
Sold out, yeah.
Yep, so
The
it should
number
be a
one
good
fan.
game. But
Cool.
it's important for us to start well. Like when we played the game in the corresponding game last year, the Bulldogs start well, and we never really got back into the game. They just got too
Yep.
far ahead. If the Bulldogs get points on us early, it could be a long night because we don't like chasing points.
No, we don't.
But I like the way that Guffo is directing our attack and telling everyone where they have to be in defence. He's a breath of fresh air. We haven't had that. For
Exactly,
quite
that's
some
right,
time.
yeah.
Damien Cook will be good at a dummy half. It'll be interesting to see how Jacob Little goes as well because he's coming back from injury. Yes, Big T.
I was just like, hey, Ellie, how you going, brother? I'm glad you're enjoying the show. But we've never, in the last 4 or 5 years, I'm going to say 4 years, we haven't had leadership. We've had one guy out there playing his game, and everyone has to follow what he's doing. That's what the game was all about last 2 years, or last 3 or 4 years. About the one guy, he does everything. Don't worry about anybody else. So I'm glad we've got Cookie. I'm glad we've got Gutho. They're going to bring stability. They're going to bring leadership. I think we're in for a big year. Val Holmes as well. Val Holmes as well. You know, we've got an extra 400 NRL games experience bringing those players into the side. Even losing Ben Hunt, we're bringing in 400 plus NRL games experience. So hopefully they can bring the young boys through and groom them into great players. Ow.
Yep.
I just banged me elbow.
Kyle Flanagan played his 100th game, Coco. What's your take on that one? His last game was against the Bulldogs in this corresponding game last year. So it's a big milestone for him.
Yeah, good on him. I think he's a good player. Even though his last name is, people have to remember he is his own person. So and his own player. So 100 games, that's good for him, and I hope he continues to play well. Just avoid the biting. Just avoid it. Just avoid it, okay? When you're not a shark, you're not a crocodile, and you're not a snake. So
or a dog.
Yeah, or a dog. So just relax a bit, okay? Just tackle, okay? Just give him a good hard hit. Just put it on the chin again.
High. Just not head high. Or punches.
Yes.
Yes, that was quite some time ago.
It still happens.
And we'll go into something else that we haven't really touched on since we had this news just less than 2 weeks ago. But some good news on our latest development for our Centre of Excellence that's due to be happening in the next 12 to 18 months. And there was an update about that. We didn't touch on it. We haven't had a show since that one. But we can touch on it. And let's see what we think of this. Bear with me a moment while I get the clip up and we can go into it.
We need some elevated music. We go do 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 do.
What elevated music? So we've had some recent news in the last couple of weeks. A few clips I will share. We'll get people's thoughts on some different topics around the Dragons. The first one is regarding our new football manager, Sam Bremner.
This report brought to you by Warragul, creating inspiring communities for older people.
Sammy Bremner retired as an NRLW champion and is still adjusting to life back at the Dragons in an entirely different role.
I have to put certain methods in place, like every phone call I take, which is a lot. I walk to see how many steps every conversation takes up because I've just got too much energy to be sitting at my laptop all the time.
Appointed to oversee the women's football program, controlling the pathways and coaching structure. The Dragons' first NRLW captain will call on experiences from a 14-year playing career to improve the club's female regime.
Well, the first one obviously was a coach that I guess shared similar philosophies to the club and myself in what we thought was going to take the girls to the next step in the NRLW.
Decisions appointing Nathan Cross as the Dragons' NRLW coach.
The girls, by all reports, have been so overwhelmed by the strong connection that he brings from him to the players, to the club, to the community.
Over the past 2 seasons, the Dragons' NRLW side has finished 9th and 7th. Just months into her tenure, professionalism and culture have been identified as areas where improvement is needed.
In my opinion, it doesn't matter if you're successful or not successful, a change is always good. So the girls are just revitalised with energy and they're always left wanting more.
Until the players officially return for pre-season, Bremen has been scouring the local pathways for the next generation of NRLW stars.
Although we would never say no to talent to come into our NRLW space, our first port of call is definitely what we have here in our backyard.
The Dragons' NRLW side kicks off the season in July. Jack Marnie, Win News.
Well, that's that one, and good to have someone like Sammy Bremner back in the club. And what do we all think of what Sammy Bremner had to say there?
You weren't just about to say something, were you, Steve? It's great news to have him back.
Especially in a pathways role, at least it won't be.
You see, Ben Murdoch Masula's out there as well. So
Blake
Looks like he's pretty much retired.
Balake Laurie, yeah, he was out there as well.
It pretty much it sounds like Ben Murdoch Masula's pretty much retired. Ben.
He hasn't retired. He's in our development squad. He's there to be a mentor. So he'll mentor the players. He's there if you need him. So you don't know, Scoop. You don't know.
Well, I don't see it happening.
What a breath of fresh air to have her back in the club.
Great, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, Peter Exy Boy's just done. He wants the Pink Panther theme. So you put another video up, Scoot, Jess?
Yes. Well, we had a confirmation of Hannah Southwell returning to the club today. Big T, what are your thoughts on that? She started her career at the Dragons. She's a 2-time premiership winner. Has played for the Jillaroos and has played for New South Wales. Great to have someone with her experience and a premiership caliber back in the club.
She a Dragons junior?
No, she's from Newcastle.
Okay. Anyway, you have her back at the club. That's fantastic. She started there. Dragons gave her a start. She's done a Jack Bird. She's done a Damien Cook. She's done a like Luciana Leilua and come back to the club she started at. So that's great news. She's a good player and she'll continue to be a good player. So I hope she can play for a few more years for us.
Yep. And then with there has been announced too that there's 23 players signed out of 24. So we'll have more news on that in the coming weeks. But 23 players have signed, and there was 4 confirmations today as well. Big T.
So is Tegan Berry extended, or is she still waiting?
The club's still in negotiations with her.
Jeebus. Got to keep hold of her.
So she's going to probably be our 24th and final player.
No, she's already signed for this year.
She's already got a contract this year.
Already signed this year. It's for next year and the years after that. We've got to sign her and keep her. We don't want to go on.
Roosters and Broncos are going hard.
Well, they already got who's the Broncos already got now? They've got
Tamika Upton.
That's it. I couldn't even think of it.
She'd play wing there anyway if Tegan Berry went there. She wouldn't be.
You reckon? Sure.
She wouldn't knock Tamika Upton out of fullback. No way.
She's an Australian fullback.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Tamika Upton. That's right. Yeah, but she won't go. She won't leave. Nathan will get her to stay. You
Sammy
weren't going
would
to
be a
say
good mentor for her. She was a fullback.
Yeah.
I've got the current 23 player list for the women's on my phone.
Okay,
That's
will you want
fine.
to run through it
Yeah.
then, Scoop?
Everybody can.
Hang on, I'll
Jeez.
get it through. Just give me a few minutes. I'll get it up now. Just loading my laptop very slow.
Well, while I wait for Scoop to do that, we'll talk some Vegas chat from Sunday. There's talk that Peter V'landys is going to cut back to 3 games.
Yeah.
Coco, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think 10 hours of football is too much? And do you think it wasn't a good sight to see the Gillaroos put 90 on England?
All right, I've got it up now, Jesse.
All right, hold your fire. We'll let Coco speak.
That's what she said.
I actually really enjoyed watching the footy. Where is my light? I actually really enjoyed watching the footy. It was just a shame that Channel 9 didn't put the first game on because that was really good. I had to watch it on KO, so Channel 9 missed out. The girls played well. Maybe they could have done not in England, but maybe put Australia versus. Oh no, the USA don't even actually have a team. Oh well, but
They do, but they're
could have
not.
done like I don't know.
Maybe worse.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but like, I don't know. But it was just good to see the atmosphere in Las Vegas, just to see like how the American, but also to the Wigan and to Warrington fans, they went over there. I could hear them, and they were still going throughout the other games. I thought that was amazing. Like, good on them for traveling, for cheering, for like throughout the whole game, and even doing it for like our boy, our players. The Australian, like for the Warriors and the Raiders and the Sharks and the Panthers. I thought it was really good. So I don't mind. It was actually a good day. Like, I don't know if people on a Sunday. What day was it? Yeah, Sunday. What else are you going to do before the game? Like for round 1. Like I thought it was brilliant. Mind you, I'm a lady and I love my football, so I was loving life. I was like, yep, sit and chill. What about you, Big T? Did you enjoy it? Did you get to watch it?
Oh, no, I didn't watch all the games. I watched parts of some games. I got up and caught the second half of the Warrington game where Wigan were just too good. They were exceptional, Wigan. They were Jay Field, Bevan French. What a player Bevan French is.
Yeah.
And they're saying why didn't Bevan French come back to the NRL? Because he's playing so well in the Super League.
He wouldn't do that in the NRL.
No, not at all. I can't see South Sydney's Lewis Dodd doing it either. But yeah, there hasn't been a good half since Tommy Bishop. So, but yeah, yeah.
And Coco, there's been talk that the women's game might get scrapped because of that shellacking. England just couldn't compete with the Gillaroos at all. What's your take on that? Do you think there should be a women's game, or do you think you would have liked to see a competitive game, or was it just to showcase how good our Aussie girls are? How do you see it?
Very good question. I think maybe they could have had two, maybe like the grand final from last year or something, or they could have just done, like what they did with these guys, like pick the team, just like, okay, we'll just like out of a hat or like, with the computer, go like, I don't know, Sharks girls versus Dragons girls, like a bit of like, rivalry, and just see how it goes over there, like it's no harm. Like there's, the women's, they're improving and they're up, and I love watching the girls. Some of those big hits, I'm like, oh my God, I would not get up. I'd be like, save me. But, why not? Like, if they want to showcase the girls, if they don't want to do Australia versus whoever, do a team like they've done with, like, all the Raiders versus the Warriors or whoever was over there. They should have made the girls a team, go with them. Choose one of each, like Sharks versus Raider one, That's what I think, and it would have been fair for everybody.
Yeah, I think 10 hours was too long, I think. And you've seen in the crowd that the Wigan and Warrington fans were there, and they stayed. And they 3/4 of
goes.
They stayed for the Raiders game and most of the but for the last game, you noticed the crowd was very thin. So I think 10 hours was too long. And I think going back to 3 would be a good thing, which would probably be an English game and 2 NRL games. So the girls would, and New Zealand have said they wanted to go over, but they wouldn't be able to afford to get all their players there. So I don't know what they're going to do.
All right, Scoop. Well, Scoop's got the squad up. Here's the 2025 Dragons NRLW squad so far. I've had many questions about this. Well, Scoop, you can give us an update on how the squad is looking so far. Preseason is due to start in the next few weeks.
So here's the current 23 squad for the 23 current named squad for the ladies. We've got Charlotte Basham, Tegan Berry, Indy Bostock, Keely Brown, Sophie Clancy, Alice Gregory, Grace Hamilton,
new recruit,
Darby Hopkins, Ella Costa. Oh, sorry, I missed player.
Olivia Ingram.
Ingram.
Olivia.
Jesse's favourite player, Bobby Law, Shania Liddell, Jamie and Racine McGregors, Jamie Millard, as he's related to Shane Millard, Madison Mahal, my favourite player, Casey Ray, Sarah Sabtia, a new player, returning player for us, Hannah Southwell, 2-time premiership winner from Newcastle Knights, Pia Tapsell, Trinity Tanuel, Margot Filler, and
Big T's favourite girl.
And lucky last, Bronte Wilson. So that's the current 23 signed players for the women's squad for this year.
And there are development players with that as well. Maria Paseka, Soraya Pale. I know Donnie's a big fan of her. And as well, Paige To'Neill, the youngest of the To'Neill sisters. And there's one more spot there as well, Scoop, isn't there? One more room for one more signing. Anyway, and we did have one more thing that we did have in the last couple of weeks, which was big news on our Centre of Excellence, which is due to be upgraded next year. And let's get into that one.
Before we go on, this another exciting announcement that we made this morning. $10 million for the re-elected Labor
Too soft?
For the Southern
too soft, Jesse.
I'll try something else.
That's what she said. I can hear that's it.
He has been a
First tonight, the construction of the Illawarra's world-class sporting precinct has received a multi-million-dollar cash injection, with the Prime Minister hand-delivering the additional funds late this afternoon. Reporter Olivia Blunden joins us now from the announcement. Hello to you, Liv. What more can you tell us?
Well, Bruce, the press conference wrapped up here at Wynn Stadium just moments ago, where Prime Minister Anthony Albanese committed $13.6 million to St George Illawarra Dragons Community and High Performance Centre project.
This high performance and community centre, which will be built at Fairy Meadow, is a game changer for this region. It's not just about rugby league and sport. It's about community and it's about education.
Now, this cash is on top of the existing $60 million stumped up by the club and state government and is locked in regardless of the looming election result. The home base, providing employment to more than 300 workers, is already under construction at UOW's Innovation Campus. It'll be a one-stop shop, inclusive of rugby league fields, gym, lecture theatre, function rooms and research space, to name a few, bringing the Dragons' existing facilities together under one roof.
And it's about building a world-class high-performance centre right here in Wollongong.
The community will begin to share in the benefits as early as next year, when construction's expected to be complete. Bruce?
Terrific, Liv. Thanks for that update.
So, Coco, being a Wollongong girl yourself, what's your thoughts on that very exciting news from the Prime Minister and for the club?
I think it's going to be great for, like, is it going to be like, you know, the Panthers have their excellence in Penrith? It's going to be like that for us. Like, I think for everyone to be
Not
able
as
to
big, but
train
good, yeah.
and, you know, gym wear. I think
All
it's
our
good
teams
for the
under one
girls,
roof.
for the men, I think it would be great. Yeah, exactly. And then they can all, you know, I think it's about team building, team bonding, strengthen themselves and, you know, feeling that sense of home, like being, like going to the gym, but that feeling, that sense of team, you know. You know, I know the Sharks have their gym at PointsBet, or I just say Shark Park. They're, like right in there. So it's like, it's a sense of that, you know, feeling of being in a team. And I hope they have some really good, like, once they build it, you know, have a few good, like, motivational, like, you know, like how basketballers have it over there. Like Michael Jordan, he had a lot of good, like, motivational quotes that, you know, sweat, do it for your team, you know, do it for yourself, strive, be yourself, like, passion, you know, like, do stuff, like, so that they can
How far?
the intensity, you know. So
How far from
what do you
Wynn
think,
Stadium
Jack?
is the Centre of Excellence?
Fair Meadow would be
About 10 minutes.
10, 15 minutes, wouldn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just go along the coast road. You know where Wynn Stadium is. You just go along that road past the Novotel. Just keep following it down, and you can get there.
I'll find out more. Yeah, I can also find out more information at like later this year when I do the high tea with the Dragons, and find out more information for you guys.
Yep. That's it, mate. That's what we do. Bring the information. Bring the important stuff.
That's what we do.
All right, we're going to talk about this team and then wrap it up, Jess. Is that it?
Yep, we might get into some predictions first. So we'll go to the youngest one on the panel. So, Liam, what are your thoughts on the game? What do you think is going to happen in the game? What do you think we have to do right to beat the Bulldogs? And what are you expecting from the Bulldogs? Throw in your anytime try scorer. If you think it's going to be a close one.
I'm going to go for my bold prediction. I'm going to go with Reid Marnie gets sent off for my bold prediction.
Oh. Sent
Sorry.
off.
Who's getting bashed?
Who's getting bashed?
Bold prediction. Marnie's going to get sent off. Come on, Scoop. Let's go.
Try scorer. Top try scorer. I'm going to go with Matt Phenon. And the man of the match, Val Holmes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Big T.
Mate, positive every game from me. I'm going to go Toby Katzman, anytime try scorer. He'll score mid-second half. First try scorer, I'm going to go Flano. Kyle Flanagan to be our first try scorer. I love his dummy and step straight through to defence. If he can do that more often this year,
you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon he'll score. He'll score a try. He'll score the first try. We'll be on their line 10 metres out, and he'll do that pass, a dummy step, straight through to defence. They've got a few players out, so be interesting to see how they go. But I'm predicting the Dragons by 14.
Okay, I'll go now.
14.
I've come over to you, Coco, after that. So I'm going to go with the Dragons in a tight one. I think there won't be much in it. We're just going to have to really stay with them. It could be the Dogs are quite good in defence. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. If we get on top of it, I'm going to go the Dragons by 8. I'm going to go with Damien Cook to barge over at some point during the game. He'll catch up some tired defenders. And I think Guffo will be an anytime try scorer on his Dragons debut. So I'm going to go with 2 of our new recruits to get some points. Dragons to win by 8. Coco?
I think it's going to be close. So I'm going to say Dragons by 4. Anytime I hope it's Ilias. First try. Actually, no. I skip it. I think first try scorer is Ilias, and anytime Cookie, and is that what was the next one? I forgot now. And I'm hoping that all the new debutants have a great round 1 game. That's what I hope, and it's a close game. So and Dragons win. That's my prediction.
Dragons by 4.
Yeah.
Dragons by 2.
Okay, well that's that about wraps us up for the night. But I'll throw over to you, Coco. You can do the sign off for tonight. Thanks everyone for joining us, and just remember we are sponsored by Complete House Warehouse Solutions. So go and see Jeff and the team at 6 Commerce Drive, Lake Illawarra. Get in touch with them, team, on 0417 223 409 or 4257 1930. Thank you for joining us. Now over to you, Coco.
All right, Dragons fans. This is for Donnie Bell and the captain who's not here, but I hope I do a good job. Ready? All right. Come on, Dragons fans, fire up!
Yes.
Coco is at Penal's heart, she wears it on her sleeve. As Mustard tells tales of Dragons wins and tuna victory. Tony and the MD crew will do their very best. Hitting up topic and I digress with a red V on our chest. The Mad Dragon podcast is a sheep of camaraderie. Navigating rants down rabbit holes in the land of big red feet. And so at Peddlers we the tales and our cruise ship is our dream. The Mad Dragon podcast, under